Okay, guys, Frosted Knives here. It is time for my WrestleMania 31 predictions, and the reason that it is so late, me doing this video, is because I'm not excited. For some reason, this build-up hasn't enthralled me. So, let's see what we got here. We're going to start with the kickoff match, which is the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. You remember last year when the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal was relevant? Yeah, neither does Cesaro. So, and it's been relegated to the pre-show. So, way to make a legendary trophy mean something. Hopefully, the winner of this year's match will have better results than Cesaro did. I'm going with Mizdow to win the match. I don't really know if it means anything, but Mizdow is my pick. Okay, then we've got the fate. Wow, it's not even on here. Sorry, I'm reading WWE. I'm reading WWE.com, looking at the matches, and it's because they never changed it. They have we have two kickoff match. We have two matches on the kickoff show. Really interesting. I didn't know that. I thought that when they said that they had moved the Battle Royal to the kickoff show, that meant that they put the Fatal 4-Way tag match on the main pay-per-view. But according to WWE.com, it's still listed as being on the kickoff show. So, wow, way to go relegating two matches to the kickoff show. That's weird. Fatal 4-Way for the tag belts. Usos, Matadores, New Day, and Cesaro and Kid. Wow. Whatever happened to the Ascension? They made a big deal out of them. Then everybody went boo. Now we got no Ascension. Cesaro and Kid for the win. Okay. So I guess that takes care of the pre-show. Spit there. Kickoff show. It's weird. Intercontinental Championship ladder match for the Intercontinental title. Hey, Bad News Barrett, I'm afraid I've got some bad news for you. You've been relegated to jobber status. Yeah. Guy's been on a losing streak since he had the belt. Way to make him and his belt relevant. I'm afraid that I don't think he's going to win this match. Let's see. We've got who's in the match. Bad News Brown, R-Truth, Dean Ambrose, Luke Harper, Dolph Ziggler, Green-Faced Stardust, and Daniel Bryan. And see, to me, I guess it's going to come down to Bryan or Ziggler. Who's going to win more? I don't know. I'm going to go with Bryan for the win, just like everybody else in the world. All right. Tag team match. AJ and Paige versus the Bellas. I think everybody's expecting the Bellas to win. I'm gonna go the other way, mostly because I don't care, and we're gonna go with AJ and Paige somehow for the win. All right, now we're getting into the meat of the matter here. Here we go. Triple H versus Sting. If this is indeed Sting's one and only WWE match, makes this much sense to have him lose it. So Sting for the win. I think that's pretty blatantly obvious that Sting's going to win this. Pretty obvious. All right. Rusev versus Cena. Oh. I would really like to say that Rusev is going to beat his ass at Mania. I really want to say that. And I think that's what they should do. But unfortunately, I don't think that's what they're going to do. And I think we're going to see Cena hand Rusev his first loss. I don't think it's the right move. I think the right move is to have Rusev win. Especially since Cena bullied him into this match. But I think that since he's still the poster boy, I think Cena's going to win. Whoop-de-doo. All right. You notice I'm saving Rollins and Orton. Reason for that. Taker and Wyatt. Taker's main purpose now that he has no streak to defend. Now that the streak is over, his main purpose is really to put over new talent. That's what I think. He has no streak to defend. I mean, what's he going to do? He's going to start a new one for the 2 years that he has left? I don't know. It's not relevant anymore. It actually makes more sense for him to. Okay, so these are my thoughts. First of all, I think Wyatt's going to win. That's the first thing. I think Wyatt's going to win. I think Taker's going to put him over. Secondly, here's the thing. Here's where I think the long-term picture is going. Chitter chatter on the interwebs is about WrestleMania 32 and how it's in Texas and how it's looking to be Undertaker's retirement match. So in that also storyline, it makes sense for him to lose this year as well, because the next year, whoever his opponent is can basically say, listen, since you've lost the streak, you've been on a losing, and they can basically go with the whole putting the horse out to pasture storyline where Taker keeps coming back because that's what Taker does at WrestleMania, and his opponent finally says, you know what? You need to end this, because since you've lost the streak, you're on a losing, you haven't won anything, and you can't just come back to come back. You need to go, and they can work it in that way. Plus, it'll give so much push to Wyatt, provided that they actually use it properly. Okay, so I think we're down to 2 matches. The main event and Randy versus Rollins. I saved that one for last for a reason. Let's talk about the main event. Brock versus Roman Reigns. These fuckers have painted themselves into a corner, haven't they? Reigns is getting booed. It's not even his fault. I mean, this is just the go-away match. The go-away edition to Raw had them tug of war over the belt. Like, mine. You don't do that with 2 powerhouses. You don't have them play tug of war with the belt like they're in 3rd grade. It's mine. We don't do that. That's not a good way to end Raw. And then they just cut it. That's a stupid way to end Raw. So there's possibilities. Possibilities that Reigns could turn heel. Possibilities that Brock could turn face. Possibilities that Heyman could screw Brock out of the belt and align himself with Reigns. Possibility that Reigns could win clean and then everybody will boo. Boo! And so they're kind of in a pickle. A little bit of a pickle. Possibility that Lesnar just wins clean and everybody goes, well, that's an ending. I guess we're going to go now. Yep. I'm going to go out on a limb. This is what I think is going to happen. And this is the reason I kept the Randy Orton Rollins match to the end. Doesn't matter who wins. Brock wins. Reigns wins. I'm going to go with Reigns winning because I have to make a prediction. Reigns wins. Rollins cashes in and becomes the first man to cash in successfully. To cash in at WrestleMania. And Rollins walks out of Mania with the belt. Brock and Reigns can beat the piss out of each other. Reigns will win. Boom. And then maybe Brock gets mad and beats his ass down. And then Rollins does a cash-in. And Rollins walks out of Mania. Now, the reason I left the Randy Orton-Rollins match to this point is because the only way I could see that coming to fruition is if Rollins wins his match with Randy. Because if Randy wins, then he could prevent the cash-in. Or he could hurt Rollins, or something could happen. But if Rollins wins, then at least that's sort of like taking Randy out of the picture. So, I think Rollins will somehow win his match, prevent Randy from, breaking up his cash-in, and then at the end of the night, Rollins cashes in on Reigns and becomes your new WWE Heavyweight World Champion. And that's how Mania is going to end. Book it. Dano. How many of you remember that catchphrase? You're probably all too young. Well, there's my predictions. And we'll see what happens. Comment, like, subscribe, share. Caring is sharing, guys. Okay. See you next video.